Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Snook with section 5.1, Midsegments in Triangles. And what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the triangle midsegment theorem. And what this says is that if you join the middle of sections in a triangle, so for example this one and that one, if you join them in the middle like this, that line segment ED, that's called the midsegment. And it connects the midpoints with line segment CB with the line segment AC. And also, this third side that we just made with line segment DE, that's going to be parallel with line segment AB. So we got them parallel. And the length of DE is going to be 1/2 the length of AB. So three things: connects midsegments, they do that. Second, they are parallel to the third side. And third, they equal 1/2 of the third side. So let's go ahead and do some triangle midsegments. First thing is we're given that points E, F, and G are midsegments. Mark the triangle appropriately. So that means that since E is a midpoint, those two are congruent. And F is a midpoint, so therefore those two are congruent. And G is a midpoint, so those two are congruent. Now let's go further. Because we're connecting the midpoints, we have midsegments. So therefore, line segment EF is going to be congruent to SG and GR because it's half the length of the whole way across. It's also going to be congruent. Sorry, I didn't mean congruent, I meant parallel. I'm doing 3 arrow marks on that one just because I did 3 tick marks, so I'm going to be consistent. So let's take a look at line segment SE. That's going to be congruent to GF and parallel. And then line segment EG, it's halfway across of QR, so it's congruent to QF and parallel. We're going to name the midsegments in triangle QRS. So we have line segment GF, that's a midsegment, and we have line segment GE, that's a midsegment, and lastly, line segment EF. And then it says, what are 3 pairs of parallel segments in triangle QRS? So again, we're just going to look at our picture, see what we marked parallel. Line segment GF, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. That's parallel to line segment SQ. All right, the next one I'm going to do is line segment GE and see who that's parallel to. Let's highlight. So we're doing GE. So we're parallel to that one. That one is line segment QR. And our last one is going to be line segment EF. So it's parallel to line segment SR. All right. Now we're going to start finding some missing lengths. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see the picture at the same time. And I'm going to erase that. And let's get my pen to write with. So first of all, we're told that EF is 14 and QS is 32. So QS going all the way across is 32. EF is 14. And EG is 10. So with that information, we're going to fill in some blanks. The distance between S and R, SR. Well, I know that that's going to be 2 times the distance between EF, so I'm going to get 28. GR, I know that's the same as EF, so I get 14. FG, that's going to be 1/2 the distance from S to Q, so that's going to be 16. And QR, that's going to be twice the distance from EG, so that gets 20. All right, next we have a real-life application. Here we have a lake, and they want to build a bridge over the lake, and they've decided to build it connecting these midpoints. Notice I have the same distance on both sides of C, so that's how I know C is a midpoint. And then on D, they marked both sides the same, so that's a midpoint. This means that line segment CD, that is a midsegment. So your length CD is going to be 1/2 the length of that third side, which they gave us 2,640 feet. So 1,320 feet. That's your length. We're going to do a little bit of algebra because that's always fun. So let's solve for x in both of these. Going to assume that these are, didn't mark it, but I want you to assume that what we're dealing with is a mid-segment here. So we're going to say that line segment AB is a mid-segment. So that means the length of AB is going to be 1/2 the length of XZ. So then 3x minus 1 is going to be 17. Add 1 to both sides. 3x equals 18. Therefore, x equals 6. And this other one, the next one, we do have it marked. We're going to find x if BD is 22 and AE is 3x plus 2. I'm going to do this one a little differently. The last one, I took that base and I divided it by 2. This time, let's take our midsegment and double it because both ways work. So 2 times BD equals AE. So 2 times 22 is 3x plus 2. I get 44 is 3x plus 2. Now I'm just grinding through the algebra. Subtract 2 from both sides, I get 42 equals 3x, and then divide both sides by 3, x equals 14. All right, we're going to take a look at this last one. Which segment is parallel to line segment JK? Well, I have all these markings, so I know MO is a midsegment. And that means that's the one that's parallel to line segment JK. So I'm just going to say line segment NO. And then it says, what if LK equals 46? So now this distance here is 46. What is the length of NM? Well, that's a midsegment. So take your 46, divide it by 2, and you get 23. And then it says, what if JK is a 5x plus 20? So this here is 5x plus 20. And it says NO equals 20. What's the value of x? Well, two ways you can go. You can multiply the 20 by 2, or you can take your 5x plus 20 and distribute a 1/2. So I'm just going to write this down for you. So option 1, double the 20. So I get 40 equals 5x plus 20. Option 2, I'm going to write this over here, is 20 equals 1/2 of 5x plus 20. Now, you can go either way. They both work. I recommend that you do what's easiest. And the easiest one is option 1, because I don't have to deal with fractions. All I got to do is subtract 20 from both sides. So 20 equals 5x, and then divide by 4. Yeah, divide by 5, and x equals 4. Okay. If you want to go the other way, here's what happens. You have 20 equals 5 over 2x plus 10. Then you subtract 10 from both sides. 10 equals 5 over 2x. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So 2 over 5 times 2 over 5. You get x over here. 20 over 5 is 4. So you get the same thing, but option 2 involves a little bit more work. And I just want to reiterate that both approaches are fine with me, and I would just recommend that you do the one that you like the best, and I think option 1 is easiest, so that's the way that I would recommend. All right, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.